Let's see how well it does with this. Look. Hey guys, Justin here from the Camera Life with another video on the Canon R5 Mark II. Today I'm going to go for a stroll with Yelana, who is over here trying to stay warm because it's windy and cold out here. And we're going to go for a stroll and test out the Eye-Autofocus on the Canon R5 Mark II. Now, I'm talking about the eye tracking autofocus on the subject, not eye control autofocus. I will tell you about that in the future, but it's a hard one to video because you can't really see what's going on in the eye. So we're going to do eye tracking. I'm going to test it out, check out some of the new features, and I'm also going to compare it head to head with the old R5. And then I've also got the R3 in my backpack as well. We'll test it out with that. Hopefully get a couple of nice photos of Yelana because I haven't taken photos of her for ages. So let's give it a whirl. We'll get this thing set up. Check this out. This is actually the camera strap, custom camera strap we made for Canon for the first 1,000 pre-orders in Australia and the first 150 in New Zealand. This custom artwork by Kentaro Yoshida. So that's pretty sweet. Anyway, we made those. You can't buy them, so if you don't get one with your Canon R5, you can't get one. All right, so what I've got this set to is, let's go into the autofocus menu. So I'm in servo autofocus. I'm going to change it to mechanical shutter. Then I can have the other ones all set to the same shutter. Just, I don't know, keep things simple. And I'm also going to set it to, hang on, autofocus. So yeah, servo, and then subject to detect is people. Eye detection, now this is the new stuff. So you've got eye detection disable, auto, and then left eye and right eye. We're going to start with it on auto and just have a play with it. I'm shooting with the 50mm RF 1.2, and I'm going to have it at 1.2 because usually that's what I shoot at when I'm wanting to track eyes really closely. So why not? If we're going to test it, we might as well test it out properly. So let's see. Let's see how well it locks onto Yelana's beautiful eyes. Look at them.
Do you want me to smile?
You do whatever you want. We're just testing. See, it switched there from, it seems that it is prioritizing the closest eye. As I move around, it's switching to the closer eye. We won't get any fancy shots just yet. Actually, you know, it'd be interesting if you turn your head that way. Let's see how far it tracks the eye to. Sorry guys, make sure you can see. All right, turn back a little bit. See, it grabs the eye, turn away, and it loses it. Oh, it's still got it. Turn a little bit more, lost it. That's interesting. Now turn back. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It does seem like it's just really stuck on there. If I move around, it's yeah, it's stuck on there. Oh, what happened there? Just sort of, yeah, maybe. It like lost it for a second. Now you can smile.
Don't you know that's not my good side?
Sorry. Can you go behind this tree? Let's see if we can, like, behind this flower tree. I don't even know what it is. Let's see. Look at it. So it's even getting the eye at that distance. That's pretty cool. It's lost it there. There we go. Got it again. It out, see how well it does in between these leaves. Sort of seems to lose her. Go back again. Losing it. Oh, almost. I'm giving it some tough. Yeah, lost it completely going through there. That's okay. It's still pretty impressive. Cherry blossoms. maybe stand up nice and close. I wouldn't mind testing out to see if we'll just play with this left eye, right eye thing. So it should prioritize Yelena's right eye. Point to your right eye. Yeah. So let's see as she turns away. It will jump onto the left eye, but as soon as it can see the right eye, it gets back onto it. Whereas in the other mode, it was prioritizing the one that's closest. So even now it's on her other, yep, and back on the right eye. So if you were going to shoot across the face like this, it's still wanting to stay on until it loses it. And let's see if I can block the jumps onto that eye and then back. Sorry, test this again. So I'm blocking her right eye, jumps onto the left eye, but then as soon as I take my hand away, it jumps back onto the right eye, even though it's the furthest one away, because we've set it to prioritize right eye, and now it'll do the same with the left eye, which is probably what I would want with her hair swooshed over the way it is. Prioritize left eye, get some nice cherry blossoms. Put that one in. Let's see how well it does with this. It's okay. The hair, it's causing some problems. Just brush it away. I mean, it's doing a pretty good job. Interesting. I'm going to switch over to the R5 just to get a feel for what it was like. See what sort of an upgrade we've got. Get it in my little sack down here. Alright. Let's make sure this one's set up the same. Let's make sure, so subject to detect is people, eye detection is enable. They're the only options that we've got. I had the R5 on the autofocus, and we've got this one on the versatile multi-purpose case study, which should be similar. Ooh, it jumps around a lot more between eyes. Just turn, see, yeah. It's kind of prioritizing the closest one, but not, oh, see it jumps from side to side a bit? It's definitely more jumpy. Let's see how we go as we back. Still doing it. I mean, it does work pretty well. The original R5 definitely does seem to work pretty well, but it doesn't. So to switch eyes, if I put it on the other eye, start there. See, I wanted to start on her left eye, but it jumped to her right eye. Now it's on the left eye. Oh, jumped to the right eye. Yeah, there's not a lot of control, and it's definitely more jumpy. Oh yeah, let's see what it does. If I try blocking the eye, it kind of jumps around a lot more and wants to go to the whole face and loses focus. It's definitely a lot more jumpy and noticeably different. Still very usable, especially for sort of slower paced portraits. Like doing this stuff would be no problem if you just took your time. Kids sprinting around and stuff like that, faster paced weddings and that sort of thing. I think you'd see a noticeable improvement, but it's not like this R5 was bad or anything. But the new one is definitely better. Well, even though we've been in the one spot for ages, we'll very quickly do the R3 and then we'll go for a walk and take a couple more shots. All right, so we've got the R3 mounted up with the 50mm 1.2. Check that out. I tested out the lens cap, the hot shoe cover for the R5, and it fits on the R3 perfectly, and I like it much better because it's solid and locked on. Okay, so once again, autofocus. Let's check we're on mechanical shutter. Let's put ourselves on portrait picture style, and autofocus is subject tracking on, subject to detect people, eye detection is enable, and 1.2. Let's see. As you guys can see, it is kind of halfway in between. I think it's not as, doesn't seem as locked on as the R5 Mark II, but it's more locked on than the R5. And there is no control for the two eyes other than selecting which one is the priority. It's a lot easier to select. See, I'm moving my thumb around here, selecting which eye is the priority, and then I'm auto-focusing on that one. And then it seems to stick. Well, not just then, it still, if you close it, yeah, it still jumps between one or the other. But, all right, let's make this one a priority. Don't close your eyes. And turn, oh, it jumped. Turn, turn, turn. And now turn the other way. Yeah, that's weird.
What's weird?
I thought it would prioritize the eye that I started on. Let's prioritize this one. Now turn. Yeah, it's sticking with that one till the last minute, and then it goes back to it. Okay, so that worked. Let's see about blocking it. Block, jumps to the other side. Whoop. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of that. Block it. Not far enough away, just causing a whole lot of blur. Doesn't like that test as much as the R5 Mark II did. Tracks really well as I move around. Let's move back. Still on the eyes, but it's sort of jumping to face now at that distance. Oh, still on the eye there. Keep them open. You're going squinty. And then, yeah, it's pretty locked on from here and jumps from one to the other. Cool. All right, well, my ranking is number 1, R5 Mark II, number 2, R3, number 3, R5. They all work well, but the R5 Mark II is definitely an improvement, and it's good to see Canon's next-gen autofocus continuously improving. We'll go for a little walk and take a couple more photos. Okay, so I'm back on the R5 Mark II, 50mm back on. We've found this yellow wattle tree. Is this a wattle tree? Yeah. Once again,
That's what it smells like.
we're going to continue the theme of just putting Yelana in front of trees and just taking a photo of her center framed, because, you know, I think that's all I've got tonight.
You need to look at the camera?
I'm not sure.
What?
Nothing. This looks funny. Looks like you're hiding in a bush.
I am.
All right, let's keep on moving. Just going to switch to black and white, and then I'm gonna get Yelana to spin around while she's walking, and let's see what the eye tracking does. Yeah. And keep turning. Is it? And again.
I didn't get. Oh, okay.
We're currently still on left eye. We'll put it back on auto. Turn now. And back. It's straight onto it. And then we'll go closer. Considering we're shooting at 1.2, this thing does a pretty good job. That one's not in focus. So it's not perfect, but it is asking a lot at f1.2 while walking and spinning around. Some of those were a little bit overexposed too. All right, we'll do a couple of shots under here. It'll be a little bit darker. Okay. Got that big yawn on camera. All right, so it's sufficiently dark under here because we're at ISO 6400, 320th, f1.2. There's more light coming in from there, as you can see, but I'm purposely kind of in a dark spot to see how well this eye tracking works. Hopefully you guys can see it on the back of the screen there. All right, let's do, take a few steps away from me. Switch to and then come at me fast.
Should I a bit faster?
No, that was okay. What about a hair flick? Something.
What, like?
No, like get it over your face or something so I can see what it does with coming back to the eyes. Oh yeah. And then come down here a little bit and we'll play with backlit. Just stop there. Wow, that is harshly backlit, but that's okay. Like, that's extremely backlit. I would not shoot like this, probably ever. But, I mean, let's just, so it's got her face detected. Hopefully you guys can see. I know it's different screen brightnesses, but look at that. And I doubt these will all be in focus because I bet it's struggling from that backlight, but it does know where our eyes are. And I'll check these later. But yeah, that's probably got a little bit of motion blur in some of those because I was down to a 1/60th of a second, but it was definitely tracking. All right, just stop there and look out that way a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot. Don't smile. All right, that'll do. We can go home. Well, that was a fun little test of the R5 Mark II eye tracking autofocus. It's awesome. Obviously, when you push anything to the limit, it's going to miss shots, especially shooting at 1.2 with motion and backlighting and things, but overall, better than the R5 Mark I. Probably not, like it is definitely better, and if you make money with your camera shooting weddings and things and you can afford the upgrade, it's probably worth it, but it's not something I think that you would have to sprint out and grab one, especially if you're shooting slower paced portraits and that kind of thing. I would like to test this out with animals, so I'll try a crazy dog or something like that running around, because they can be really tricky to shoot, and we'll give that a whirl sometime in the next week or two. But otherwise, this was day 23 or 24 of my 30-day photography challenge. It's the 4th video I've made on the R5 Mark II that I received 4 days ago. If you want to check out the other videos, jump on the channel. We did some mountain biking with this the other day. We did the unboxing. I did a bit of a nothing video yesterday because I was super tired. So I'm going to keep making a video every day for the 30 days because that was my challenge. All the shots you saw in this video were unedited JPEGs, and you can see them on my Instagram at Justin Castles. And otherwise, if you're around tomorrow morning, Melbourne time, 9 a.m, we do live podcast, The Camera Life, myself, Greg Cromie, and we've got a concert photographer on by the name of Shane Henderson. If you're watching this in the future, you can go back and watch that. I don't know, that's a lot of info. That's all. Signing off. Catch you guys in the next one.